All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Your Lie in April, episode 17. No,
Okay.
I do not want to commit double suicide with you, coward.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I do not want to do that.
Now, one of the other possible translations is, do you want to commit lover's suicide? Which is,
Yeah,
I
understand
quoting the book
context
and
there.
all that,
Quoting the book,
but
yeah.
but still, yeah.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing
So-
of where, like, hey, I'm just joking, lighten up. Ha, 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 ha. It's totally fun to joke about suicide and stuff.
Yeah.
Cowrie.
She's not doing well.
She's not doing well.
Nope.
And maybe this is her, first, the closest thing she can do is a cry for help. You know?
Right, yeah. Basically admitting, I'm not doing well.
I'm not doing well.
Yeah.
It's one
both,
of the...
both physically and emotionally.
Yeah, it's one of the most vulnerable, freeing, trusting things you can do is just to ask someone for help. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it takes not even being able to ask. You're not able to ask for help, so you say things like, I'm not doing okay. Right.
And because I mean, if you think about it, what can she say to like her friends or the people close to her to ask for help? Because the only help
Can
they
you
can
be here for me?
Right. That's
That's literally what she needs to say. That's it.
Yep.
Let's cry together. Let's hold each other. Yeah. It's all the good stuff there. But guys, we're hyped. I mean, no, we're not hyped. We're ready for this.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, you're hyped. I'm just me.
Suffer.
All right, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Kosei, come on. No! I was like, she's gonna try and recoil back and be like, no, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Symphony.
It's funny how, that line, though, is not only a love confession, but it's like an I'm dying confession and an I'm not doing well confession all wrapped into one.
And then she immediately is like,
yada. You take things so seriously, Kosei. It's kind of a thing where they perfectly juxtaposed her trying to help him with his trauma by pushing him into the thing that he's scared of. Whereas in this case, she's actively reinvigorating his trauma by not be willing to have herself charge into the thing that she's scared of.
And in this opening, it's so carefree and just happy, and it's just like, ugh.
Symphony. Symphony. Symphony.
But will even the symphony be able to help?
Why do we time skip? Why do we resolve? Oh. Okay. It's on his mind.
Things that
but
she's said. And...
yes. Oh, it's the same thing. That,
Yeah.
I'm asking because you don't look okay. Oh.
Yeah.
It's just another reminder of his mom.
It's definitely music.
Wow, this friend has just got to deal up with all these.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Swish.
And swish.
Yeah. Literally.
Uh-huh.
Same with your heart. Oh.
Uh-huh.
That was so good.
Yeah, wasn't it?
That was so good. Someone essentially holding them back from moving forward
Yeah.
because essentially they love the person. Like, they need that person. Aww. Yes. 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 Well said. Jeez. Yeah. Hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
Chase after him, always out of reach.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Hmm. How old are you? How old are you?
12.
Oh. Crap. Ha! Come with us.
Yeah.
Oh, the phrasing, the phrasing, the phrasing. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can be honest with him. Come on, man. Is this the continuation of the conversation from the night?
Yep.
Ah! 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 His voice acting is amazing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He's in the light. He's in the shadow, the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Watari, being a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's good. That's so good. No, no. Come on, give her a hug, quick, quick. Just go, 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 go.
He gave one of the canals to the...
Yeah, she was like, what the hell are you doing in there to my patient? We all demonstrate our love in different ways. Of course, yeah. What's with her eyes? The little girl in the background? Wow. Look at her eyes in the background. Oh, casually just skip from that. Oh, and now her brother.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the show right there. Trying to hold them back, but not supposed to. Supposed to just let it go. No. The little girl. Oh. Wow. Ah! Yeah. Ah, it's revealed. Ah.
Yeah.
What? What? Watari, you boy! You're like a walking hard on! Oh, of course. That's adorable. Yes, exactly. Oh, oh my gosh. She's having a Hinata, you know. Oh. Oh. Was that what she thought, but like not actually what she did?
Huh? 13 years. Yeah.
Let's believe in the time you've devoted to music. Wow. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Twilight, of course, because it's the last bright bit before the dark, before the night.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So, I'm going to try to keep things positive in a different direction because how is he going to accompany her on the stage? Are there going to be two pianists?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it wasn't as obvious, other than the fact that they're both pianists, you know.
Right.
But I didn't know if maybe he was doing like a directing thing, or if he had an act that he was doing.
They're going to be doing a duet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because I feel like two pianos, it requires a lot of skill because they're the same instrument to.
Well, and they're going to be on the same piano.
Oh, duh! Of course. That makes perfect sense. Oh, that'll be cool.
Yep.
And for Isa, that'll be huge.
Sure.
Because he's going to watch this, you know.
I know, and he has no idea what's happening.
No idea.
Yep.
No idea at all. Cool. Okay, all right. So we have our last bright vestige of hope, basically, before everything is dark.
Well,
and it's kind of that, like, you know, the phrase is night is darkest right before the dawn. Well, this is the last bit of brightness before the night is darkest day before the dawn, you know, kind of thing. That's why it's called, you know, the next episode will be called Twilight. Or is it this episode is called Twilight? Well, either way.
But yeah.
This episode was a very cool thing to show kind of what it's like to be afraid.
Yeah.
And what it means when you're making those choices in the midst of fear.
Yep.
And how you can simultaneously push people away that you
need more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both Kaori and Kosei were doing that.
Right. But at least Kaori said, yes, this is where I'm at. It's not looking good. You know. Like, they...
Kind of.
She said that.
What did she exactly say though?
I can't remember the exact words, but she basically said that, you know, she was still vague. My thing that I totally am with you, and then she probably did say that. I just feel like there's specifically a lot of things that she's still holding
back from Kosei.
But mostly it's where it's how she's doing emotionally and all that stuff, not physically. That part was communicated. So you know,
yeah. So the real thing is just like, what kind of communication will they have on the way there? So be still my heart, because there were a couple moments in there in the beginning, and then towards the middle with Watari.
Yep.
Watari came in really well.
Yep.
And
oh yeah.
His kind of matter of fact, in your face, just attitude was very much needed.
Yeah, one person at least in this show that's willing to call people out. You know,
I mean, what's the friend that is with Tsubaki?
Yes,
she's
that's true.
She's at the very least being there and asking the right questions. Although she is also willing to kind of just clear the air and let Tsubaki kind of figure this out
she wants to
and process it on her own.
But
she is pretty impatient in the right way of being like, Tsubaki, get a clue.
Right. Like, you realize what's going on. Like, come on. Yeah.
Like, and I love that everyone has their person like that. The problem is there's no one for Kaori right now.
Right. Or at least the person that, you know, that Kaori is hoping
would like to be there.
Will be that is Kosei.
And she's also simultaneously pushing him away as much as she needs him.
Right.
So that's a wonderful dramatic thing that will have to be resolved at some point.
Yep.
Hopefully. Before things get worse.
Right.
But this whole thing with Nagi was just a perfect kind of backdrop for all the things that have happened so far in the show. Because a lot of the things that this show seems to focus on is basically that people, when they dedicate themselves to something or someone, they open themselves up to a lot of
potential
stuff,
both positive and negative.
And as you know, a musician dedicating themselves to an instrument and you know, a practice, as you will, the kind of things that can cling on to you as you go through that journey. I think it's basically anyone that has a worthwhile goal will end up
dedicating
their heart, mind,
mind,
and soul to. Yes, exactly. We'll end up going through this kind of stuff.
Yep.
But there was a lot of cool things that mirrored Kosei. There's a lot of cool things that mirrored the current state of where things are at with Kaori and Kosei. But also, I really liked how her person is one that has wanted to be there for Aiza, but realizes that she has her own kind of specific thing that she's doing. Like, why is she playing the piano? Like, in some ways, it's kind of an identity search thing, but it's it's a little bit more simple than that, because it's a thing that they're doing. It's a vocation. It's
a concrete thing rather than directly asking, "Who am I?"
Exactly.
But because they're so closely tied together, it can, you know, they represent each other very well.
Yes, totally. And I loved all the different kinds of pressure that she's feeling from outside forces, other people.
Sure.
That doesn't seem like any of the exact kind of things that Kosei or Kaori or any of the others were experiencing. Specifically Kosei. It's a different breed of it, so to speak. But the same thing is that as someone starts to push the boundaries and go out there and do something incredible, everyone starts to have their snide side of their personality start to kind of rear its ugly head. And it's unfortunate how much of a tall poppy syndrome there is when it comes to people that go on stages and do performances. Because reasons.
Okay, that whole bit, this is probably the one that gets me the most, is when the teacher says, so-and-so is going to be there, so make sure you turn in a perfect performance. It's like, oh, really? That's a good thing to tell a 13-year-old kid?
Because there's totally a way to turn in a perfect performance.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Now, like, I'm sure that, unfortunately, all he needed to do was to change the word perfect into something else. And it might have gone a lot better. Or he could have phrased it and said, like, I know you're going to turn in a great performance.
Right. But at the same time,
not tell her about, someone else being in the audience or something like that.
But the whole thing of the perfect performance, that was probably very intentional, because it's like, hey, that's kind of what you need to do to stand out and all that. So, yeah. But one of the things that whenever I come through this part of the show, one of the things that I'm just, and the other parts of the show too, but especially this part that I'm really blown away by, is how they take this character that is not the main character,
right?
Not even one of the core characters. They introduced her late in the story, but they still develop her in such a way that you care about her as a character, and also tie it into the themes and the character progressions of the main cast.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's meant to be here. It doesn't feel out of place and just suddenly, we are going to go jump over to this other character, right? Because
yes.
we don't want to spend too much time on the Kaori Kosei, developments and all that stuff. So I really love how they did that. I love the shots that they did where she would like flash back to like, seeing Aiza like disappear into his room, or when they were like running up the steps together. She's chasing after him while he's just wide-eyed, just like, oh my gosh, he's amazing and all that stuff.
Kosei.
Yeah. I love that. So the fact that they worked that also into the opening, I love it. I love it.
I like that also they've been doing this little thing of where, like, I'm not generally a fan of love triangles or anything like that, or love pentagons or whatever this show is. But there's something to be said in which both Nagi and Tsubaki consider another person to be their enemy, because that person is essentially stealing a connection away from them.
Right.
That is not directly related to that person. So it's more of a thing of where when we have a situation that's out of our control, we are watching other people make decisions that hurt us.
Yep.
The thing that's
not
really
intentionally,
not
of
intentionally.
Course,
no, they would never do that.
Right.
That's always. Even when you talk to the person that feels like that person's doing that, they will never assume that person is doing it intentionally to hurt them. But the thing is, they will begin to believe that. And it's these little moments of where her enemy is essentially the one that's helping her here.
Right.
And Tsubaki kind of going through a similar thing like that, but more so using it as a way to discover who she is.
Yep.
I love that, because on the one hand, Nagi kind of needed a little bit more help. She's younger. She's
of course
feeling kind of alone in this whole thing.
But at the same time, then she was also able to help Kosei.
She was able to help Kosei, and and I really want a big group hug by the end of this series. Like, and the sad thing though is that, like,
you think someone's going to be missing.
I think someone's going to be missing. Yeah. And I feel like you kind of need the hug more so once they're gone. But there's a lot to unpack. Still in the show, and we only have how many episodes left? 5?
18, 19, 20, 22. Yeah, 5. One of the other things that I really love about this show is how they do the things of the sort of the connections coming full circle.
Yes.
Because if you think about it,
that's true.
If you think about it, Kosei being, Kosei, right? And even all the stuff that he went through with his mom, all the pain that was there, right?
Right.
That inspired other people, right? And it inspired Aiza, inspired Emmy. Because it inspired Aiza, now suddenly it's inspiring his sister, right? And she's going after something, of her own, completely disconnected to the pain that Kosei went through and all the stuff that happened because of that. But now she is able to help Kosei in the situation that he's in, which never would have happened if not for the stuff, that happened before with his mother and all that stuff, which also is part of what makes this such a problem in the first place, because it's not just that he's worried about, losing this person that's so dear to him, but it's that, he's like, I've gone through this before and I don't want to do that again.
Jeez. That's a real testament to the show.
I
the creators and stuff. Well
how
done.
This show does that, because again, this is a show that's all about that roller coaster ride of emotions, and it's just one more thing that adds to it in some ways that is both painful, bittersweet, and very positive amidst all the turbulence that is happening. So, I take my hat off to you, Your Lie in April.
Yeah. I think it's those kinds of things where you realize that the show is a cut above the other kind of relationship drama
because
kind of stories out there.
Because there are plenty of Nicholas Sparks style stories, right? Like
he admits it. I'm just kidding. Keep going.
But it's about whether they can do things that bit differently and also communicate so much emotion that's going on in this thing that should be emotional, right? Because we've seen these kinds of stories before, to the point where we could end up just being like, oh, I'm pretty sure I know how this is gonna end. But the poignancy of the story could completely be lost. But because they focus so much and so well on the things that make it what it is, and that it's not just a thing of like, can we make these people cry? And if so, how much? But they also have the positive aspects in there too. One that helps people cry more because, because then it is a roller coaster. Contrast. You're going all over the place, right? But it also shows that this isn't cheap emotional entertainment. It's not something that will just do things for the sake of
these characters matter.
The scratchy violin, like, all right, time to cry. But
it's these characters matter. Their stories are actual stories, and they're going through them, and these characters will be going somewhere. I think that's ultimately what the story boils down to, is they're all on their journey. And the thing is that there's going to be connections that bring them all together, but the thing is there's also going to be connections that they'll have to look back on and remember and go, it was worth it. And I think that's probably what's going to be the saddest part about this whole thing, is that I'm tapping into something, aren't I?
Well, no, you just reminded me of the line where Kaori's like, maybe it would have been better if we never met.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's the biggest line of bullshit like in the entire show was basically that. That part actively pissed me off because I'm like, no. No, that's going to be the thing that basically we look back on this and go, it was totally worth it. And it's going to be Kosei probably looking, I don't know, at a grave or looking at some flowers or something like that. It's going to be springtime again, like the next year or something, and he's just going to be like, yeah, thank you so much. And I think that I wanted to kind of pull attention to something here. You notice that with Kaori, her skin is losing color and stuff, but what more accurately to say is that she's losing color. It's that she used to be the
vibrant, energetic, full of
colors
life.
of spring in his life. Basically, the thing that turned his monochrome existence.
Now she's going more monochrome colors of like winter and the like, and yeah,
that's not intentional at all.
No, and it doesn't at all showcase not just how she's doing physically, but also how she's doing emotionally.
I would like more. You're probably right. I just missed it. Of her being more admitting of her situation to Kosei.
Well, that's the issue, is that she was admitting her situation, but she was not admitting how she is doing. So,
but be a bit more, a little bit less vague, because you're being like Kaori right now. Like, are you meaning like emotionally, physically? Like, what specifically are you talking about?
She was very upfront about.
Yes, yes, I agree. But I wasn't talking about that. I was only talking about her emotional state. I honestly think if Kosei's not like clued in at this point,
the thing is, it's the thing where he has. But at the same time,
he's rejecting that.
And these kids are 14. So so she won't actually say, no, stay here. I need someone to cry with. I need, please support me in this moment where I'm about to lose heart. And he is not able to basically say this is, because this is something that like this is where the trauma stuff comes up. The mom, the whole dealing with the mom thing and being able to play. Yeah, that was bad and that needed to happen. But this is where it gets real bad, because he's like, no, I cannot go through that again. And because it's not something where someone is actively saying, like Watari said it, but because Kaori didn't actively say, I need you right now.
Right.
He is not able to, grit those teeth, So
I just want one moment. I just want one moment at the very least before she goes with them at the very least acknowledging, I know there's going to be things left unsaid. And that's the thing that sucks, is I feel like there's going to be moments where they're going to be realizing, wow, there was so much left unsaid. There was so much where they could have, like, you know, said all these other things. And, you know, maybe, you know, like, maybe she leaves a song for him. Maybe she leaves something, some, like, last message or something like that.
Sure.
But it's just going to be, like, this heart-wrenching thing of, like, we only had that much time.
Yeah.
Did we use it effectively? Who knows?
Yep.
But the thing is, was it worth it? Yes. 100%. That's going to be the saving grace of this whole thing. But anyhow, guys, this is a great show. This is a great show. It tires me out in all the best possible ways. It emotionally drains me. It's a very, very well written, very well designed, well crafted show. I am going to soldier on these next 5 episodes. But yeah, if you guys want to watch the next episode right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. It also comes with Discord access where you can chat with us about stories, and you can talk with him about spoilers because he's watched this all before. And you can chat with me about non-spoilery stuff. If that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.